Live from our Wersi CD studio, we're delighted to present the instrument of the 90s. During the next few minutes, you'll hear the fascinating sounds of this mega technology and find out why we call it a sound explosion. The Wersi Spectra CD700, a musical experience in CD sound. CD technology offers the highest standards of natural music reproduction, and the Wersi product range provides the highest standard of CD music making. These products, the Atlantis, Spectra, Vega, Gala, Nova, and now the CD Extra, have gained a worldwide reputation. Wersi instruments use a special sampling system. This church organ, for example, was locally recorded by our technicians and is now brought back to life through the keys of our instrument. It's not easy to reproduce natural instruments, so they sound as if we were hearing them directly. But Wersi doesn't skimp with its CD technology. Reverb and side noise must first be isolated from the sound itself. And that means we have to take time with our recordings. Take the sound of the piano, for example. Beside the bass tone, there's a deep, long-sounding piano tone, as well as the overtones heard when you strike the keys individually. There's also the hammer sound. During playback on the Wersi keyboard, the various recordings are controlled through key dynamics. The result is not simply a realistic reproduction. It's a live sound which changes with each striking of the keys, producing a concertante rubato piano phrase through all octaves. We can also produce dramatic changes in the sound characteristics of wind instruments. Let's take, for example, one of the many different saxophones which are available on CD instruments. Here too, the sound can be varied depending on how one strikes the keys. When played softly, it sounds like, and played with gusto like, in between lie many variations, which depend entirely on the way a person plays. If you simply don't like a sound, or you have a particular image of an instrument as it's played by a certain player, you can simply change the sound or recreate it to your liking. Let's take the guitar for an example. Here's the natural sound as played on the Wersi CD instrument. With simple sound changes, you can make the guitar sound either rounder more brilliant. Or you can change an acoustic guitar to an electric guitar, and it'll sound like this. Don't worry, your original guitar stays, and each new setting can also be stored. Let's listen to some more guitar music, played of course on the keyboard. Besides the true sound and the possibilities of influencing the sounds, the CD instruments are particularly convincing in their range of various sounds. Here are a few examples. Bass, harp, muted trumpet, vibraphone, horn, accordion, The CD instruments allow you to present all types of instruments in real, true-to-life and natural sound. This is true for every sound and every noise. And speaking of noise, how about the sound of the South Seas, with the roaring sea? The chirping of crickets? And the call of the seagulls. That sounds much better than the noise of city hustle and bustle. Let's hear how these natural instruments sound when they come together in a group. Believe it or not, we're still listening to the Wersi CD instrument. Listen for a moment to the fascinating Symphony Orchestra, played live by a musician on the instrument. The CD system also offers something special in the way of organ sounds. We can play the organ's drawbar sounds as you've never heard them before, or in strictly traditional fashion. Supporting the drawbar sound of the CD organ are new robust technical developments. 4 different drawbar systems can be played in all foot positions and mixed to your liking. 2 independent rotor systems are available in addition to the digitally produced rotor sound. Hardly any other sound has inspired the organ player as much as the drawbar sound has, whether with percussion or with the rotor effect. Which will make it brighter warmer. That's just an introduction to the sound quality of the CD instruments. Let's relax with some music before going to side 2, where we'll introduce a completely new dimension of rhythms and accompaniments.